Hi there, Jonathan back once again, and today we're just going to looking at what's happened in these different markets as I've started to expand the geography side of things. So today is Wednesday 20th of May, and it says here we're on day 261 of this 365-day journey. So just over 100 days left to go to hit that 240k target. So yes, one of the things I did since the last video, and it has been I think about a week actually since I did a video, was what I did since then. I added in 2 more markets in terms of Australia and New Zealand to see how they would stack up against some of the European and then the US UK side of things. So actually Australia has done pretty well, not only racking up 19 purchases in that time in the last week, but also at a low cost per purchase. So nice and profitable there. When you compare it to, say, New Zealand, one purchase at twice the cost, but also, where have we gone? Yeah, UK is pretty expensive as well, twice the cost for less sales actually. So the UK is definitely underperformed, but the US is pretty solid at that. And so, you know, if I can get the cost per purchase around the £15 mark, it's a good level of profit, less so at the 22 mark. But we'll have a look at those. So yeah, over the last 7 days, what have we done since the last reported? So here we are, May the 14th to 20th, although we're still early evening on the 20th. We've got sales of 2974, and our ad spend in that same period is 1412, coming in at 1898. Well, I guess almost $1,900 in ad costs. So we made about $1,000 profit in the last week, which is okay relative to sales. So, you know, operating at about 33% profit margin, which is not bad at all, but obviously could be better. But I've got an idea of what I'm going to do next. So in addition, one more thing that I've been running over the last week, or maybe 10 days, was a subtle change, an A/B test on the landing page. So this is the landing page control. I've shown you before many times on previous videos. All I wanted to do was split test. So we can go down the page here. These are the riffs. Here's what's the process for it, and here's the actual riffs quite sort of lower down. So what I wanted to test really was bringing those actual list of the riffs higher up, but also having more of an emotional hook connection. So we've got a bit of science here at the beginning, but I wanted to then move into a more an emotive side of it. So, you know, it's that sort of imagine you're here, and with this approach you can be playing these riffs in the next 30 minutes, and then we go straight into the actual list of riffs as available, and then we go more into the actual story of basically what it is, how it works, and yeah, and the actual system behind it. So it's a subtle change. It's a case of reordering content and seeing how it works. Now I can't seem to get the stats up for this, but basically I've run over 1,500 visits to both these pages now, so I've got quite a lot of data. And originally in the first 500, the control was winning, but as we moved into the second, once I got over sort of 1,000 visits and almost towards 1,500, this second one is coming through. So it really does make it quite difficult in terms of not calling your split tests too early, making sure you've got enough actual data on them. And you know, maybe it's more than just the sales, the page views going through. It's actually the number of sales going through. So as you can see from that, the test period was probably a bit longer, probably had about 100 sales in total go through. Oh, well, there you go on that period. 138 sales go through. So, that should be your mark. It's probably you need to run 100 sales through something to actually work out which is the winning side of it. So this one won by a small margin. So it's next up is going to be deciding what to split test on that. But actually, I think what I've been thinking about more importantly is actually how we carry on this message through to the upsell page, because maybe this is the hook that I've been looking for to actually connect buying one product to buying the whole range of courses, because actually the teaching method is the bit that's actually the same amongst it. So I've always struggled really with trying to get this congruency from my initial offer to my upsell offer, because as I didn't really, when I created the upsell, it wasn't really in a structured way. So it's more a question of how do I get the messaging to tie it all together. But I think this may be the start of it. So I think one of the things that I want to do next is going to be all about looking at some benchmark numbers of what my upsell conversion rate is at the moment. I think it ran at around 7 to 9%. So there's plenty of scope for that to get better. And I wonder whether next split test is going to be, can I carry this mile-in method approach through to the upsell page, and does it actually connect my front-end offer better to my upsell? So yeah, I literally came up with that, or that really dawned on me just a few minutes ago. So that's something set in place for the next week. We're at May the 20th, so we've only got 10 more days and we'll be out of May. So yeah, pressure's building now to try and get to this 240k, and we'll see where we're at. Actually, I can probably do the results from, where were we? Started it the 1st of September. Where are we? May 20th. Let's see where we're at right now. We're actually at $186,846. So we've still got 60,000 left to go, and we've got June, July, 3 months to do it. It's going to be a challenge. Anyway, we'll see what we can do with things to try and accelerate ourselves towards that target. Okay, so that's all for me for today. I will try and get videos out a little bit more frequently, but as what you find is as the funnel gets more and more optimized, you need to run probably less tests and run them longer. Originally when I was at the beginning, it was doing lots of split tests all the time and some big shifts and changes. Now we're more into the subtleties. Now the messaging sort of to refine back. But for me, probably the focus is, yes, I can split test the landing page a bit more, but how much more benefit I'm going to get out of it. I think the focus has got to be on the upsell and on the ads side of it. And of course, the email marketing, which is something I'm notoriously slack at. So yeah, I think plenty still to go at. Amazingly, after all this time, plenty of things that we can change and optimize. But so far, so good, and I'll catch you really soon. Bye for now.